Bueno, parece ser que han puesto una nueva portada, una nueva new portading. Parece ser. No estoy leyendo, ¿vale, chicos? Ahora que estoy haciendo una cosa. Ay, 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 ay. Hola, José. Ahora sí que estoy leyendo. XD. A ver, a ver, a ver. Íbamos bastante bien, creo. Si nos faltaban sobrevivir a oponentes, jugar partidas. En este directo haremos más partidas. De hecho, el desafío de las partidas lo vamos a conseguir hoy. La final, sí, lo sé. La World Cup está aquí. Lo estoy viendo en el ordenador. XD. Dicen que si lo ves 20 minutos... ¿Qué? ¿What? ¿Esto qué es? ¿Qué tengo que hacer? Esquivar esto. No me sube la puntuación. ¿Qué hay que hacer? ¿What? A ver, voy a volver a probar. Ahora lo miro, José, ahora lo miro. La estabas viendo ahí abajo, José. Metajuega esta mierda. Bueno. 92.000, ¿quién ha hecho 92.000 puntos? Ojo, la construcción, chaval. Hola, Manu. Hostia, ¿esto qué es, chaval? Dios. No sé si cambiar el título y ponerlo en plan de viendo la World Cup, porque esto está bastante guay. Me voy a viciar esto, Wow. Dios. Vale. Mato a este y voy a ver la World Cup. Quiero matarlo, me hace ilusión. Muere. Vale, bueno. Ay, mierda, que le he quitado, coño.
point, and now he's in the top 3. They weren't even close before, but just by slowly, consistently gaining points here, you can see they're breaking those thresholds slowly but surely, and Little Whip Warriors no longer move.
Yeah, Little Whip Warriors actually unseated the Chicken Champions there from their control point. They're taking it over. They're trying to get it back, so that's a battle right now. But the Funky Fighters out of nowhere, middle hill, and all of a sudden, just like that, into first place, going to pass 700 in just a second. No, get pushed out, and now...
Mira, el Rubio y Queroro, no puedo... Ah, verdad, tío. Rubio.
And you can see they're contesting it over and over again, but they're not getting the points they saw last game, falling off the pace.
Pero la World Cup no es una partida normal.
Slowly just battling for this number 1. Chicken Champs kind of overtake it now as well. The Fish Fam not
Loco.
too far either. Everyone's so close here in the top 4. Don't forget, you take a victory, you win 55,000 bonus in prize.
And right now Suzu is going off 21.
Por cierto, chicos, aprovecho para avisar de que dentro de poco se viene, bueno, de hecho mañana se viene la serie de Minecraft con el Isaac Craft, ya lo conocéis. Y dentro de poco tendré la cámara para que me veáis my face and play together two things. Tomoya, vaya nombre. Voy a merendar un plátano de mientras, ¿qué coño? Hostia, hostia, vaya locura, chaval. El equipo llama al chaval. Ya lo sé, José. Gracias por avisar, máquina.
Suzu isn't worked with that. I'm assuming they've sent him to just go either watch middle and be their middle control. No, he just came up the backside. There you go. And just like go flying at people as the Cuddle Crew come up in a very well coordinated pinch. 3 from the side, and Scissors gets taken down. But the Funky Fresh. Oh no!
No, they got stopped.
Vale, tu arte, José. Va a ganar el equipo de los DJs, no, del que tengo yo, el de la fiesta.
Anywhere he goes, it doesn't have to be the one near him. If he touches the middle, a singular, uncontested second will be the victory for them.
These are the final moments here, Sundown. Look at
Voy a subirme el micro. Dame como un plátano.
Is this the point that he's going to make it? Here he goes. He takes the stake. He does miss. He's going back for it now. His team's up there. All he has to do is sweat just a couple of times. Can he win this straight? And he does not.
Madre mía.
And as you watch, check the points on the right-hand side. Nobody is climbing up by the 12s, and as they did, Rama Record goes, gets the control there, but Little Whip contested.
De ganar los de la llama, madre mía. El que va perdiendo es el equipo de la bombardera brillante. Oh. Oh. Ha ganado el equipo de los de la fiesta, chaval. GG, chicos, un GG por el chat. Un coño. What the fuck?
Right there celebrating with his team. You can see them just so excited, so happy. Let's take a look at this final replay. Now again, we talked about it. The impulse is being a great denial tool. Right there as the player goes down, sent back out, goes in, but misses the jump monster.
He almost had the flashiest ending ever. Just kind of diving in, wrapping it all up. But it was just good enough. Like you said, he only had to stay there for a bit. And even with the impulse bumping him out, that's it.
And I mean, you saw the impulse explosion the second after going off. The team's doing everything they can, but it was not enough to...
Ya te digo, José.
Tomoya, Kutu, Uzi, Gracias, incredibly well done to take the second match of the first set at the Creative Final.
Yeah, you know what? I am a Funky Fighter rooter and supporter now. I'm rooting for them.
Really?
I can't
really?
do it.
Okay, just gonna bandwagon right after. Yay, the next team who won. I'm their fan, but no, great performance coming out from them. And it's one thing.
Mira, os digo una pista. El del que tiene gafas se parece a mí. Bueno, de tamaño no, pero que las gafas se parecen a las mías.
They did, and they were able to make sure that they got time in the middle when Little Whip and that team weren't able to get their llama record going. Little Whip going at it constantly.
Y hay de 3 eventos los que han ganado, supongo.
Yep, and that's just kind of how it happens, you know. Now they find themselves one step closer to taking the silver llama for this set. Because remember, at the end of the day,
¿Os habéis fijado que donde están apoyados es la plataforma de metal?
now the pressure's on.
Es una pared de metal.
Is on, but the funky fighters have a little bit of pressure off of their shoulders because they know they got that top spot. We have Pookie standing by on the top deck with a Pook.
Bueno, José solo, que consta que es bastante.
With our second game winners here, congratulations, guys. First off and foremost, now I gotta talk about the moment where you guys were just sitting needed.
¿Os imagináis estar ahí, chicos?
What was that like?
I was really nervous. Like I was just imagining.
Acordaos, chicos, de dejar like a ver si llegamos a los 10 likes. Ah, de solitario. Ah, vale.
Devastating. I was screaming in my seat. I heard all the fans in the audience screaming for you guys as well. So going into the next games, what do you guys think your strategy is going to be? Are you gonna keep doing what you're doing? Are you gonna mix it up a little bit?
I think doing what we're doing is fine because
este plátano está bueno,
second game we won, so yeah, we're gonna try and do the same thing and hopefully win again.
And hopefully have more than a 1-point buffer, right?
Yeah, definitely.
For sure. Now, just coming over here to you, what has it been like to be here at the Fortnite World Creative Cup, just playing in front of this audience, you know, hearing everybody cheer for you guys?
XD, José.
It's fun. That's the only thing I can think of. It's fun. You compete against everyone else, meet your teammates, and just have fun.
Yeah, and have you guys had a chance to play together before? Is this your first time playing together as a team?
I don't hear it, sorry.
Is it your first time playing together as a team?
Yeah, it's the first time.
Well,
The first time.
Definitely make it look super easy. Thank you all so much for.
Creo que el de la camiseta blanca está nervioso,
Get your synergy back together.
Está en plan de...
Back to you up at the desk.
Que me des ya el puto dinero o te reviento, crack.
Funky, fresh fighters. I mean, their game plan has been solid. Second place, first place. Now, I understand why you might want to bandwagon a little bit, but I'm still gonna hang out with my llama record show. But I want to talk about the changes we
Te lo juro, José. El blanco está en plan de, bueno, dame ya el puto dinero o me voy. Ahora vuelvo, chicos.
They didn't practice, they're just coming out here and wiping players up, so a lot of talented players here at the Creative Finals.
I mean, Tomoya talked about it. He was like, hey, when I pick my team, very confident there with their death run ability. Want to see what they do in the elimination race during World Run. But incredibly well so far at Sky Station. That's going to be a confidence booster because if you can get the silver llama there and you're confident in your ability on the World Run, you're set.
Yeah, you're just one step closer. So with the first place and the second place, they're clearly having a good set so far here at the Sky Station tournament.
Yeah, it's been very well done from them, but it's still anybody's game. Don't forget, the winner of the silver llama is the one who has accumulated the most prize money across, which equates roughly to placements, but you don't get punished if you're placing in that bottom half, 4th through 8th, all receiving the same amount of prize money in each one of the matches.
Yes, everyone is a winner, so you really have to fight till the end, regardless if you're in the lead or not. This is why these guys are going for it, because this is life-changing prize money on the line.
And I mean, we've seen the difference 10 seconds in that center circle. 120 right there, it makes a huge difference, but enough of us breaking it down. We're going to throw it outside to Paul. He's going to show us what's up with the tactics.
What's up?
I'm out here
Bueno.
at the fan festival, and I don't have a band.
Ese con gafas era yo XD.
After this set, I'll have to hop on somewhere with Monster. We got a ton of awesome action.
No picados.
And I have to show you guys what went down in that first and second games. It was awesome. First off, the Llama Record Company started off with an amazing take, cohesiveness on the point. Every single time they went up here, they were going from two sides, two angles, and the sword approached at the center, but made sure that he was the most important person not to go down. You see there, Hand of Blood and his teammates all backing up. He's going to have an engagement on the side. These sword fights are really easy for him to just mow it down, but immediately as he realizes his teammates...
Acordaos, chicos, de todos los que no estáis suscritos, suscribiros, ¿vale? Y activar la campanita para la serie que se viene mañana.
They ended up falling down the leaderboard. If you look at it now, where they're at, they're only in second place. Fishfam was ahead of them.
Y compartí el directo para que más gente quiera ver la World Cup conmigo.
And talking all the smack, telling his teammates to try to get the crowd involved. It was Llama Record Company making the plan, making the play to get in towards the center. Absolutely amazing take in the center on this first game. Led to Hand of Blood staying in that point and absolutely dominating with the super point there. Guys, 2 matches down on Sky Station. Showdown, 1 more to go. We'll see where lands at the end of this because I will maybe join you on that bandwagon. Guys, take it back.
I mean,
Take it back. Take it back. Take it back.
You guys hopping on those bandwagons, but as you said, there is 1 more regular Sky Station Showdown match in this set. We will see it again later in the remix version.
Ganaron otra vez la llama, no es una repetición de la primera vez que ganaron.
So fun to watch the difference in players, who's able to be very strong with the Infinity Blade, how the pitches end up coming, and now in this 3rd match, it's only going to get better for these guys.
Yeah, definitely want to see some more of that kind of team work happening here, and why not just hop right into a game right now, right? Let's go see some more action here because this last game of the set is loading in right now.
Yes, and this will be the final match of this set. Set 1 after this, a silver llama will be awarded, and we are in the match.
Los joder, los efectos especiales, chaval.
Set 1 about to be over, and here we go.
All right, gotta love those players just kind of beelining out. And don't forget, you know exactly who your players are. You know who is to your left and to your right because you can see the banners and the designs on their spawns.
O sea, abajo a la derecha, ¿quién es?
Nice look at our captains right there.
And right away, you can see a number of teams finding ramp paths where they're able to use their first 5 materials, next 5, Sword does the double jump.
Ya te digo, ojos el futuro, chaval.
Right to the top, chicken champions.
Ni hay Rubius.
Yeah, this is what matters right here. Is stopping the funky fighters because clearly they have been doing some good work together as a team so far. Tomoya is off to the races here though, sent to run away. Can the Sunshine Soldiers come back? Can the Cuddle Crew make a big appearance for themselves? Because they can really shake it up here.
Loco, las llamas llamadas.
Any which way, depending on who has
Las llamas que se llaman llamas.
really in the best placement.
Yeah, so currently you will see the fact that they're able to be pushed.
A la llama le hicieron una llamada.
Towards this one, you don't want to peek though, because the hunting rifles will be coming out in the shot. Just misses Carnifex right there. They trades back down.
Ninja.
Firing it off the
Ninja muerto.
out by Raven's Revenge right there.
Yeah, Carnifex having a tough time kind of listening in there. Carnifex was sniped from the side. Now we have Taldak here jumping right in from the Little Whip Warriors. He's going toe to toe.
Gotaga.
Gotaga's down and out.
So, if I'm the Llama Record Company, and I know I've won a match, and then I did okay in the last one, they were in 4th, so they were there, they're close.
¿Dónde se cae del medio? XD.
Do you send somebody to just hard deny the Funky Fighters the entire time? You don't get the Silver Llama.
Es Venos, muy mal, Me has enfadado.
They're going to be finished off. You think they can spare somebody to do that, though?
Rubius es el team de los pollos. De los pollos, no.
Yeah, the problem is then, the Little Whip Warriors have been so consistent, you literally allow them to snipe the competition because you over-focus. So I think the play here is play your game, and if anything, stay away from them. Let the rest of the server do that, gritty work for you and dominate the other side. Take that victory.
There you go. I like to hear it, Monster. That's fantastic analysis. That's why we keep you around. The breakdown and making sure you challenge the initial opinion there as the Ravens Revenge are able to
Canal Cristiano, ya te digo.
Fantastic spot of control right now, building up a 40-point lead.
Yeah, even Gotaga's team is still in this. They've been doing relatively well so far. Here it is. He just kind of goes toe to toe with Ninja.
Pues lo que os decía, chicos, que mañana tendréis nueva serie, ¿vale? De Minecraft. Que me lo habéis pedido a tope, o sea que...
I mean, good on him, man. I get incredibly frustrated by that, but then watching these guys do the speed runs and how quickly they go through and how efficiently, it just reminds me why we're up here talking about it and watching them do this creative badness as Scissors cuts through the competition, goes straight up to delay and right back down. Cuddle Crew not quite able to get him. It goes up again, so right now just denying the Cuddle Crew the points. But we talked about how we wanted to see more from them right now.
Bueno, van a ganar los cuervos, no, ahora las llamas.
You at the very least want to be up in that top 4 contestant so that you can take a little bit more home with you. Here it is, Ninja. Disengages, actually just takes down Magma. And hey, I like the strat here. He says, you know what, I got low health, let's just get back on this respawn wagon. Doesn't even give anyone the satisfaction of stealing the siphon.
I was about to say, no siphon, no materials, quick reset, knows he can get out there, was basically in his spawn anyway. That is the type of competitive edge Ninja always looks to give himself.
I love that. That was like 200 IQ low-key right there. It was very well played. But back to Gotaga and Hand of Blood here in the same shot. Hand of Blood just, he can't do much. He knows there's a team up there. Waits for his entire squad to go up the ramp and then hops right to the top. But now
F ninja, ya te digo.
Point by himself, he wants to kind of bait him into the close. Can he get the hit? And he does. Tala goes right down, straight to the top.
That was sick, using the jump right as the animation had started to make sure he clipped them from the bottom, dodges the Funky Fresh Fighter out. Gotaga now getting pinned from the side, 3 of the Funky Fresh Fighters up there doing everything they can, and the shots will come back.
Van a ganar los cuervos, Bueno, van ganándolo, de hecho.
Ryan gets some defense there for Gotaga and said, just gonna disengage.
It's actually prime movement right there as well. You just see him baiting and switching, going back and forth, trying to get in there, see if he can kind of sneak in and get some extra damage. And here it is, someone's in front of him. He only needs 2 swipes. He goes down, he gets the siphon. Oh, cannot convert another, which would have kept him in the game. His teammates are here though.
We're seeing a lot more points being serviced, a little more top heavy this game going.
Vamos, Rubio. Ahí, ya te digo, José.
On the record, 100 points clear of the rest of the field.
Unfortunately though, the Funky Fighters have fell to the bottom of the totem pole. If they can't come up to the top, they actually are pushing themselves way out of the average, running for the win of this set. So they really need a massive comeback here. But Savenos is showing why he's here.
Voy a hacer una cosa, ¿vale? Que va a ser quitar los comentarios, ¿vale? Un momento, no estáis viendo nada. Un momento, por favor. Ni yo tampoco estoy viendo nada ahora. Ya está. No pasa nada, no pasa nada. Vuelvo a entrar. Sí, ahora no estoy viendo los comentarios, ¿vale? Los he quitado para que no moleste. Vale, ahora. Así mejor, ¿no? Bueno, Gotaga. ¿Y cómo los lees desde el ordenador? Los estoy viendo por detrás. Tengo el ordenador justo detrás mío, no te preocupes, José. Esto lo he hecho ahora para que lo veáis mejor, ¿vale? Madre mía, loco. Solo sé en este directo, para que lo veáis y ya está. Gotaga, tomó ya, tío.
And I mean, generally we talk about cast occurrences, it might be like player jinxes going on right now. Everyone's saying, yeah, we're doing well, we're going to stick to our game plans.
That just shows you no one is safe here. These guys are evolving and they're playing.
Es normal que no haya mucha gente ahora viendo el directo, pues porque está Gref en directo, por ejemplo.
Clitax has been fragging out. He's been playing so incredibly well, being aggressive, getting in players' faces, and doing it all with that rare attack. But he's been consistently highest up there in terms of Elam. You see Fortnite trying to get some pressure down, but good defensive.
El oro ahí está, un pollo.
Ryan Frantic comes up the side and cleans it up, but there is Hand of Blood coming directly down. Danya is also up there. We got a
Rubio, ahí, bueno, a Rubio se hace kills,
This is our Roos. Get out.
That's right, coming right up.
Rubius lleva 11 kills. Es el que más lleva de su equipo.
on, was it YouTube for live streaming? 1.1 million viewers, imagine.
Yes, one of the biggest content creators in Spain. Will they be able to push down towards the middle? As you can see, Little Whip and Llama Record Company already down there. We've seen this story before as the Funky Fresh Fighters go in, but you can barely even hear the shots over the impulse grenades going off as everyone's like, no, we've seen how this goes.
The Funky Fighters need this. The Llama Record Company need this. So many of these guys, it's right.
Uf, lo tiene jodido este, Una kill solo lleva, vaya no. Taco, XD. Gotaga, tío, qué pesas con el Gotaga.
To win this match.
Yeah, they've actually been very consistent as well, right? They've been doing okay in that top four, just doing a pretty good job at staying relevant after all of these rounds. So if the Gotaga team takes this, we actually don't know who can take
Viva la vida, mano.
that close right here.
Tomo ya me come de toda la
But Funky Fighters clearly in last place is not good.
And now, right now, you can see Tomoya coming in, doing everything he can to knock it down. Carnifex
La chían.
best he can, and Lachlan is just hanging out inside the cone.
Lachlan's doing a great job here. He's just kind of hiding.
Van a ganar los cuervos, Los segundos van a quedar los Q del Team Leaders, los osos amorosos. Y terceros las llamas. Vaqueroro, va, venga, haz algo. No tiene materiales.
So a little bit of room to start for the catch-up, but it is utter chaos in Point D as Tomoya gets taken down, and the Funky Fighters are still in 8th place.
There's still 55,000 minimal on this game alone here. You want to win this one. Ravens Revenge, can they hold it? Or will Cuddle Crew find themselves a big piece of the pie here? Because we're in New York City, you know, you gotta make pizza references.
Gotaga, tío.
We're doing it. Here comes Gotaga kind of hopping on overhead. And alright, he wants more points. He's hungry for it.
It's unfortunate they're just clipping off the side as Magma goes down, sitting on 23 eliminations right now. And Kodaga doing his best to find where they want to go up, waiting for his team, but knowing that time is running short since that middle hill is still open and being constantly contested. But the Cuddle Crew are catching up with their steady three-point game. But now Kodaga goes up right around the back, able to pick up the elim, and control is resting.
This is scary because the
Acabado de lo que no habéis dejado like, chicos, dejar like, ¿vale?
Yes, they're getting a lead, but the Cuddle Crew is keeping up.
Like por la World Cup.
They're keeping it very close.
This is what we were talking about. We wanted to see a strategy come out, something defensive where you can get your control. They have now walled them off on each side, thrown a cone on top of them, and they have firing angles towards the
Ganan sí o sí los cuervos.
towards the spawns behind them. Nobody wants to go contest them.
Ah, va a ganar el Gotaga.
Oh,
No lo creo ni yo.
Scissors did that. Don't count your chickens before they hatch.
Like.
They're hatching up right now. You can see that 12 points ticking over, but they do still have a lead as players are trying their best to deny Ravens revenge.
Yes, you have to keep him safe. This is the protective president strat at its finest. Cuddle Crew still gaining points. Llama Records still getting points. In comes the fire from all the other platforms.
Van a ganar los cuervos,
Putting on pressure. They don't want to give him the freebie here.
You have to look at Ravens revenge though. Everybody is so focused on the middle.
Vaya pros.
Going and challenging the top team. You know they're over there. You know they're uncontested right now. You have to be putting shots down there. You have to find the tags. Undergo Tiger.
There it is.
And they got him.
Ganan.
The difference now. Look at the Cuddle Crew climbing up on their consistent three, but they still have control of the top. They just don't have their sword. It's 2 hops to get up there.
That's right. And now Lachlan can just sit here. He can just hang out.
Ganan.
This is what he needs to do.
Hostia, no, les van a superar.
He is almost there. The first place can be his. Right now he can take
Otakus, ya
the
te digo.
But they got control at the same time. It's literally
Está muy empatado esto, Otaku. Ganan, no ganan, sí. Buenísima. GG, chicos. Dios. Han ganado los cuervos, Pero muy empatados con los osos, chaval.
I mean, it's just, let's check out the replay. You can see the counter in the top right, but the fish spam going up and challenging on the other side. You can see them hopping up there. No one was at the Ravens' revenge as soon as they were there, and the celebration.
A ver si vamos a los 10 likes, chicos.
To be excited when you see that victory royale screen pop up when you're up there. I mean, what's it like to win a game on that stage? I have no idea. Those guys do though.
Like por la World Cup, chicos. Va, va.
Before the day's over, we really got to recap the other point of view there, because they had it. They were one tick ahead. They were there, knocking on the door, 55,000 away from bonus prize on top of this entire competition. It was right there.
And it got taken away.
El cuervo, tío, qué cabrón.
I love Sky Station Showdown. The clutch little moments, the interactions that happen, very similar to Battle Royale.
Nada, José, ya jugaré mañana. Hoy voy a ver la World Cup solo. Creo que te dan recompensa si la ves.
As you see there in Ravens Revenge, closing it out. Gotaga, the competitive veteran, able to clutch it up in the final moments.
Bueno, mañana por la tarde grabaré con el Isaac. ¿Os parece bien que haga una serie de Minecraft en supervivencia? Y también vídeos aleatorios de minijuegos y tal. Que si os gusta. Vaya, creo que guste. Sí, José, al final, mira, no sé. ¿Te dan algo? ¿Cómo que si me dan algo?
You guys got your revenge. I gotta ask, first question to you, Gotaga. How does it feel to be here in the stadium, the fans, the roar, and to be facing off against your peers? Was it what you expected?
Honestly, it's crazy, and I have a really strong team. We are learning a lot from our mistakes, and I'm so glad to be here, to be honest. That's I don't know how to describe it. Like,
it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy being here. I'm right there with you. All right, so now who's the overall shot caller? Is it Gotaga? Is it you? Who is it?
Kind of all four of us. We were playing too afraid at first, so we just had to just go in there and just kill them as fast as we could, and then spawn traps.
Like por la World Cup, chicos. Y suscribiros por la World Cup, XD.
Are you guys waiting for someone else to make a move, or are you guys like, no, we're going in first?
Yeah, we're trying to, really pressure Ninja's team. We're trying to put pressure on that green point. And yeah, we were able to control it over them. They ended up wussing off over to the center. And yeah, we were able to play our game and play what we wanted.
Awesome. All right, final question. What do you want to say to all the fans that are here watching, cheering you guys on, and from home?
I don't know, it's just incredible.
Aprovecha XD.
I don't know, just enjoying the show. It's amazing, honestly.
Well, congratulations, guys. Now, I believe for now, we're going to send it over to Golden Boy, who is standing by.
Going on there, and now what we're doing right now, hanging out as they walk back over, just brilliantly done there from RTA, Magma, Chappie, Gotaga. The teamwork from them was just on point. You talked about it, all four strong players from Gotaga. They're happy with the final result, and that puts them immediately into contention because it's cumulative.
Que mañana vendré con la nueva serie, ¿vale?
That first silver llama and kind of get a leg up for the rest of the creative final.
Un momento.
Something that was kind of interesting. We call Ninja's capture point the green point. These guys are like that focused here. You're like, okay, we know who's kind of farming which ones. They're shutting players down, shutting down their competition so that they can take these sets.
Well, that's the next step, right? As soon as you're immediately in there, and that's the big part for Sky Station that I enjoy, is you have the ability to see where the other opponents are in relation to you for score. So if you want to go and try and make somebody's life difficult, you might not be maximizing your points, but you can effectively help your team the most.
Ahora estoy. Creo que José es el único privilegiado que comenta. XD, privilegiado, José. ¿Te has comprado la skin de la tienda World Cup? No. No tengo pavos.
By just putting pressure on another team, and there's so many different layers, and I think when we see the remix for this, it's going to get even more exciting.
Está chula, pero no tengo pavos. Una pena.
There's a remix version. We have some nice twisted surprise that we will see unfold as the day goes on. That was just our first iteration of this round, and honestly, it was a great set. But that just leaves us with the question too. The Funky Fighters, they had an amazing opening, right? Second place is great. You get big prize bonus for that. You win game 2. And then you kind of flop game 3, dependent on
Ya somos dos.
their average might have really been anchored down.
Yeah, that ends up being really harmful, but luckily there, if you're in the 4th to 8th range, there's no additional, I don't want to say penalty, because they're all getting $10,000 for the match itself, so there's just no additional gain after that fact. You're still able to stay par, so 4th would have been just as bad, but 8th, you're kind of looking like, oh, that'll really bring down the average. It's not the worst case scenario going on there, so they should still be at least in the running, but you can't be comfortable.
No.
Like, not at all. It's so incredible. And
¿Soy yo o el de la gafa se parece a Magik? Sí, ¿no?
And your set one winner is the Funky Fighters. The last match was not enough. The singular win in the double goes over to them. They will have that first silver llama, and there he is throwing it up. And I mean, you gotta be happy for him.
Otra vez, tío.
Did it. I thought maybe it wasn't enough, but it was.
Yo quiero dejar fuera contigo, no pasa nada, tú tranquilo. Haré directo con Souls. No te preocupes. Hostia, chaval. ¡Wala! Loco, no se parece en nada, chaval, es muy feo, Ese sí que mola, la llama sí que mola. Está guapa la llama,
To their guns, staying with the strategy, getting 2 top 2 plays finishes, one of them being a win.
I actually love this right here. They're all getting together, showing team harmony. They're clearly happy. They take the first set. That's amazing. They're off to the right start, really. They can get another 1 or 2.
Like por la World Cup, chicos. Like. En el directo.
Beforehand, and he was like, yeah, we're really confident when we can get in the races. We want to be on that world run. We know we can do there. We have some really good runners. And then they turn around and do that?
I was just
showdown?
Yeah, I was just going to touch it. I was like, you know what? Yeah, this wasn't even their strong suit, right? He did a death run at some point as when he recruited his people for this creative challenge. So, for him to take what might be one of our
Lolo.
toe-to-toe PvP sessions, that's actually crazy. And here's the team standings, Sundown.
Yeah, look at the final team standings. So Llama Record Code do just get edged out by $1,500 there. The Funky Fighters, you can see on the right-hand side, have been awarded that.
Dios, o sea, se van a llevar $100,000. Qué locura.
Warriors both at 55, sitting in 4th and 5th. Fish Bam, Sunshine, Soldiers, I almost got that one, 6 and 7, and then 8.
100.000 la llama esta. Y el Chicken se va a llevar $40.000. Es el equipo del Rubius.
Tons of creative games to be going on. I mean, it's been so good, and like we talked about earlier, we have a never before seen map
Loco.
game mode for you guys. Now, I know we released Prop Hunt. It's something that's kind of similar to that. How many of you guys have played Red Light, Green Light at some point in time, right? You've been there, you've done it. I know, whether it might have been a little while ago. Junkyard Juke is a red light, green light prop hunt version where you will have 2 teams sitting up as guards, 6 teams running. It will rotate through every single one of the rounds, and here you can see how to win. You have to dodge those guards, sprint into the center, and incinerate yourself.
Rubio Mangel XD.
Those points, there are 4 rounds.
Me gusta que estés tú en el directo, José. Mientras no sea otro, me alegro de que tú estés en el directo. Aquí viéndolo conmigo. Tú eres un crack. Y ya está.
You want to choose small, medium, or large objects and try and get it to the incinerator under their guard tower. So it's actually really difficult. And like you said, it's a hybrid. It's a red light, green light, slash prop hunt style. This is a pretty tough game mode.
De nada, hombre, José.
I got my hands on it. This is actually a lot harder than it kind of sounds.
So it's something that is just completely different. I don't know how many of you guys have played Prop Hunt. Definitely check it out. It's on the Creative Islands. It's a lot of fun, but this brings an additional aspect to it. The guards are able
¿Cuánto dura la World Cup?
you're able to plan routes out, and you can have strategies, right? So hey, maybe
Lo digo porque no voy a estarme aquí toda la noche.
Don't give it away. Don't give it away.
There's tons of different things. Let's check out the format and see what these guys, how they're going to go through, what the map looks like, and really get an idea of how the game is played.
Gracias, tío José. Hostia, ¿esto es Prop Hunt?
Get ready for more creative Fortnite.
No jodas.
This competitive creative map.
¿Esto es Prop Hunt?
This new game builds off the
Coño.
fun of Prop Hunt, which
Sí, anda, tío. Si esto es enorme.
rotate through different
O sea,
worlds on the map. while 2 teams of guards try to keep them away. Teams will rotate their roles over the course
Dura 2 o 3 horas, lol. Ya, joder, chaval, 2 o 3 horas.
Their objective, to defend the incinerator from the other teams, armed only with revolvers and their keen attention to detail. During each round, teams of props will earn points by reaching the incinerator in the central pit.
Van ganando los cuervos.
The more points, but be careful. Being bigger means you're easier to spot. To keep themselves from getting
O sea, hay que llegar al centro antes de que te maten, ¿no? ¿Ves? Ir moviéndote hacia el centro. Si llegas al centro, no te matan y ganas. O sea, tienes que llegar ahí abajo, ¿no? Y los guardias no se pueden mover de arriba. Y el objetivo es llegar al centro. Vale, ya lo pillo. Yo quiero jugar eso XD yo, tío. Sí. Si el personaje muere, vuelve a aparecer al inicio, donde empieza. Y tiene que llegar al centro, ¿ves? Si todos los props, o sea, todos los que se convierten llegan al centro, ganan los props. Y si se acaba el tiempo y no han llegado todos, pues ganan los cazadores. Ya lo pillo.
Junkyard juke, something that has never before been seen. It looks kind of a little simple, but it's wacky, it's fun. There's a lot of small little minutia that go into it, things you can min-max on, and also there's just a level of ridiculousness that I enjoy so much. Just seeing somebody turn themselves into a literal dumpster and then try and weave their way past, it's a lot of fun.
Let the memes come to life here as your favorite.
Whoa, you talking about my gameplay again? God, that's so rude.
Turn them into dumpsters, literally. We'll get to see that.
El de Rubio está en plan de, mira, te voy a reventar la boca, pero yo estoy feliz. Porque si no me echan de aquí. Y no cobro mi dinero, XD. Rubio.
Who can score and how well are you playing defense? How well do you coordinate? Who is watching the right angles? And it's, again, it's going to be interesting to see.
Ya le estás picando al otro. Bueno, tú eres gilipollas, eres tonto y bueno, me cago en toda tu familia. Y otro está en plan de, me cago en mi vida. Pero yo sonrío porque si no me echan de aquí. Ninja, hostia. Rubio.
Taking their shots off. Now, fun fact, the screens are there. You can't see, but you can shoot through them. So don't be afraid to take some shots. I mean, we know the trick shot as well.
Yeah, some people are already shooting. They figured that part out. It looks like Chappie hasn't quite yet. He's kind of looking.
Dios, qué locura.
Oh, there it is. Now he's firing through. He's noticed, hey, these are not ricocheting off of this curtain here. I can fire right on through. So you want to stop him. You want to force stop him. You want to also kind of memorize the map and the lanes.
And right away, you can see as soon as the lines go down, people go. But the first points are starting to come through as Lachlan is able to get in. And the Bloods team, the Llama Record Co, also able to get a 10-pointer and the next 5-pointer, following it directly behind. Oh no, it was another 10-pointer. So we already see some of the props having successful runs.
Look at him go. There it is. You saw a big old truck kind of sneak on by. And these objects are slipping right underneath. But who knows how long that'll last. Here's scissors. You gotta park it. You gotta stay still. Oh, can he blend in?
And one other thing you can note there, the props will clip through other objects that are there. So if you see something that isn't sitting perfectly naturally like scissors was, right there, clipped into it, boom, got him brilliantly done. Lachlan hits one of those bounce pads that are stuck in there. They will launch you up in the air. But great run coming out from X-Sandy into Moya, utilizing the air conditioners to find their way to the end. Benzor and Alex JJ desperately trying to get in. Alex JJ with another 10-point prop in hand of blood.
Se pone negro, what the fuck, ya te digo. Bugs. Voy a cambiar la miniatura, ¿vale? Voy a poner esta, no, voy a poner la que es de verdad, la de creative.
Taking the lead right now. This is a hard game mode to break free in because you got to think about it. These guards are not playing around. They are shooters, right, at heart. And at the end of the day, if something looks off, something looks odd, like this white vent right here, you're just going to get popped. So you got to be careful here. And there it is. Nice job of, kind of hitting the brakes here. And, oh, he hits one of those trap doors. Let's talk about that, Sundown.
So you can actually see it. There is the little tiny springs. They launch you upward. There's a couple that can be chained into each other, but if you are one of those bigger objects and you get sent up, you are just quite literally sometimes flying garbage.
Yeah, but you know, it would be too easy if we didn't lay traps around, right? So, you know, gotta kind of spice it up for the people that are turned into props too.
So you can also, actually, the people who can turn into props, there's one pathway where you can chain two of them together. So if you can get there, you almost land directly in front of it. So as long as you time it correctly, you can like use them slightly to your advantage, but most of the time they're a little bit more annoying. And boom, you can see that rusty truck going in. And now the Funky Fighters pulling out another lead, 60 points so far.
And this is something important to note, guys. You have to get it into the incinerator, fully processed before the timer counts down, or else your point will not be processed.
Which is a big thing on the min-maxing. What we mean by that is maximizing your efficiency. So if you were to get the most points possible, you run only 10 points the entire time. Not only because they're worth more, but they take less time to sort because they're the first one that goes through. The two-point props are able to run, I don't want to say relatively easier, but much easier compared to a dumpster
Vale.
with a card, particularly because
Ahí
you have
empiezan.
cards. With that being said, take about an extra 3 to 4 seconds to sort, so it makes it that much less efficient. Plus,
Debes, it's bad controls, but in your
So Clytax there is choosing a big object. Achin and Zond over here. Smaller objects. They're kind of blending right into all of the dumpster trash. Clearly harder to track down and kind of, I guess, how do I say this? Sort out, right?
Yeah.
Amongst all the clutter here.
Exactly. You want things that don't stick out, or you want something. You want to find a path for an object that you can take all the time. So you notice how there's a section where there's like 4 or 5 rusted cars. Grab a rusted car and go park yourself with those. Because yes, the guy knows. Oh, there's a bunch of rusted cars there. Screen goes back up. Oh, there's still a bunch of rusted cars there. I'm good. Next thing you know, the prop walks his way up. You can also, as you're running, walk rotation. So if you hit your crouch button, whenever you have that bounce.
Oh, escribía voleo. Vuelos en ir McKay to yes him up to so what the fuck.
So it will set you totally naturally, just like what you would see.
And this is also those moments, right? When you're in the guard, oh, someone spotted there, popped him. Tomoya, nice job seeing something out of the ordinary. But notice, he gets an elimination on the object. You don't earn points for that. So it's just your job to stop everyone from getting any kind of points. You don't break away with the lead. When you're in the guard tower, you can't allow the people to score.
Esto aburro. Ya. La quiero ver porque si no... No sé, tengo ganas, tío. Me hace ilusión XD.
Right, because then it's all about how good are your pressure. And one other thing you can see, starting to fire through the screens, very well done for them. Picking up an
Go, Guru, Gum.
right now, Kadoku already wresting the lead away. All 3 of them sitting there at 60, but they're 5-point processes, and it goes through as 2 more dumpsters throw themselves into the fray.
Yeah, and that's because the Funky Fighters cannot earn points here in the guard round. The Sunshine Soldiers using this opportunity once again to just break away even closer to taking lead. And the Chicken Champions can't earn anything either.
I love that from Clytax. Right away, hides himself behind the box, and you see his hands. He's like, please, please, make sure it's not there. And then boom, gets the point, gets a nice little selfie going in. And you can see all of them getting sorted there. Another way, I'm all about the min-maxing. Point your camera towards the end. You go just a little bit faster.
Sundown pulling out the strats here. The question is,
Zubru, JR26 Gideoid. What the fuck?
20 seconds on the clock. Can he get this in time? Remember, you gotta grab the dumpster, drop the dumpster, and get it processed. That was perfect.
That was so good by Stuart000 because he dodged the little springboard there. You saw him look at it and be like, oh, no, I'm good. And that was the last run. None of these props are going to be able to get sorted. Lockley gets picked out at the end. You can see 3, 2, 1, but not going to be enough. You need to get all the way through and sorted on the point as the rest.
Estaré un rato más, ¿vale? Y ahí pararé.
And we're going to rotate the guards up again.
Yes, so we will have some new guards take their place. This is honestly Chicken Champions' opportunity to start scoring some points and hopefully close up.
¿Tienes Insta? Sí, está abajo la descripción, José.
Soldiers are now at the bottom layer of the guard tower, and the fish fam are at the top. So it is time to kind of mix it up.
My eyes are on the Funky Fighters right now. They're
great.
They're very close, and on top of that, they're the team with the silver llama. As we talked about, they are so incredibly close to doing everything.
Está en la descripción.
Push towards the top, and you can see they got a lot of elims too in the round where they were playing defense. So not a ton of scoring going past them, only 35 points off the pace. But what I'm shocked about right now is there is nobody running 2-point props at all. 0.
Tomoya is a genius. He was already spotted out for the statue. He kind of hit over to the side and said, you know what, I kind of got to wait here. I can't park this statue out in the open. He's going to be hunting for me. And that's exactly what he does. Kind of sits it over on the side there. And that's how he earns himself another point. So they're actually playing very, very smart here. And that's why they've been doing so good at these competitions.
I think the guards need to be slightly more aggressive. There's no, is unlimited ammunition. You can't run out. If you think something is suspicious, or if you just
Oh, hostia, este se pone ahí. Sube foto tuya, porfa. Nah, no estoy acostumbrado a subir fotos. Ya os he dicho que pronto me compraré la cama esa. La cámara, digo. La cámara. Taco. Ojo con taco. Vale, Tomoya va a ganar. Querolo, loco. Dios. Ustedes son todos coches, qué asco. Va ganando el equipo de las llamas otra vez. Otro coche. ¿Cuánto te queda para la cámara? Pues no sé. Es que lo que me quede, no lo sé. Me ha dicho que cuando pueda me la comprarán. Ahora vuelvo.
Yeah, absolutely, because when you're in that guard tower, you don't have opportunity to miss. You let them score, they're going to break free and break away with the lead. Here's a look at Svenos here. Is that a bullseye? Just kind of blending right in.
The archery target, there's a lot of them out there, but you need to be careful because they're slightly harder. And come on. Really?
He's floating up there.
You can see kind of like the look on his face. It's like there's no way this works. And one other thing to talk about is orientation of your prop. So you notice he actually swapped his camera and pointed in the other direction. Unfortunately, was clipping into the trash bag there. But if you're running forward, your prop faces backwards. So you need to run and then turn, settle yourself. That's the best way. Or you orient yourself around the stuff that's near you. Because if you're facing in a totally random direction, that'll earn a bullet in most circumstances.
I love how aggressive they were at the final moments. The clock was...
You gotta go!
Yeah, the clock was ticking. They're like, you know what? We gotta get in here. But that was round 3 of 4 for this first game right here. And, you know, it's kind of going either which way. So if you've already had your shot at the guard tower, you're safe. You're good. You can keep getting points. But if this is your last opportunity, you're in a guard tower, that's all the points you got. That's it. They have to hold strong.
So this is where it really comes into mind who is running, who is in the tower, and what does the scoreboard look like. So right now we can see right away Llama Record Co. is up there, and I believe it's with, I didn't see who that other team was. When we pan back over, we'll call that out. But Llama Record Co. is in first right now, and I think Cuddle Crew is with them as well. So it's typical that the top 2 would be up there, and it is. The top 2 teams are in the guard tower. So right now, everyone needs to unseat them. Otherwise, they will take this first match of set 2.
I'll be honest with you, it's a pretty big lead. That's a substantial lead. Whoever is left in the game, the Sunshine Soldiers, the Funky Fighters, the Chicken Champions, you got to bring these big items through and do it successfully with the limited time left in this round right here, because if not, it's going to be hard to catch up to that 150.
We're starting to see a little bit more consistency right there. And look at Svenos shooting. He's just shooting everything. He's not worried in terms of going through there. Does hit one elim, fires the shots off going through, trying to look at just anything that he thinks doesn't look normal. Anything that maybe not have been there before.
I think one of my favorite things, watching them just shoot the boxes like, what's that? Was that there? Was that there? Was that there? Was that there? He's just taking his shots. That's exactly what you got to do here if you want to hold this lead here. And that's why they're dominating. You can see the no hesitation really coming out of them, and that's why they have the lead right now. And it's great. It's great that they're hitting his shots. It's great that Svenos is holding it down.
But the Funky Fighters, we talked about it, eyes on them, already up to 120. One more 10-point prop will put them past. And unfortunately for Ninja there, does get hit on the springboard, but gets in anyway, so just a little bit of time loss. A great shot from Lachlan. My lord, I barely even saw that.
Poor Turtle from Australia hit a springboard, and Lachlan shut that down. His fellow Australian brother right there. Very nicely done. You don't want to hit those springboards, man.
And now you can see 125 from the Funky Fighters. They're doing everything they can to overtake. They want this match victory. They want to keep the momentum rolling. But the Cuddle Group is doing a great job of picking up targets and running their timeout, getting some both right as they get out of spawn and before they're about to score, which the waste of time is even that much more efficient, but unfortunately not finding anything there.
Yeah, Lachlan is really not timing his kind of rotations and reloads properly. Notice he's not also utilizing the shooting through the curtain back through there. He's kind of holding himself back. That's why you saw him with a couple Elings right there. But got to put that pressure down, lock down these lanes so that they don't just get like 3 rotations through, right?
And again, we talked about a little bit.
Vale, chicos, estoy aquí. Buenas. ¿Qué ha pasado? No sé.
2-point props. You can get them in close to every run if you pick the right path and you take the covered angles. It's very difficult to stop them, particularly with the smaller hitboxes. But so far, we've only seen 2 scored.
Yep, and I like that. Cuddle Crew right there, 130 points. This is their time. Cuddle Crew is still doing really good defense right here.
Vale, ¿qué ha pasado? Hola. Hola, André. Ah, vale, no estaba, vale. Cuando venga.
Able to get him there, and now the Funky Fighters 5 points out. Anything going in will be enough, and the
Qué
time
pena.
ticks over. They
Spam
didn't
XD.
get it in there. Oh, they didn't get it in there. They might have got the 5-point right at the end, but no, wasn't enough.
Han vuelto a ganar las llamas, tío. Madre mía.
The defense says lock it up.
Han ganado ya 2 veces. No seguidas, pero 2 veces.
Sitting there on defense, you know exactly how long you need to keep them out. Exactly what you need to do in order to take the victory, and no surprise there. The guys who are all about that.
Ángel Daniel Cano.
Able to take home
Lo, spam, José. José, por mi Instagram, va. Ponlo, va. Ponlo en el chat, XD. Que es un moderador muy pro.
Just 1 point, 1 small radius.
And this is what I'm talking about, where if you had one person who is running just 2 points there and got their successful runs at the end, they would have it. That's 3 successful runs. That takes about a minute, and he could have collected it.
So go ahead.
Nobody else can do it.
Maybe some of these guys need a little help here. Let's redo this. What would you suggest here, Sanyo?
I don't want to say suggest, but I had an opportunity to play a decent amount of it. I'm a big fan of kind of adjusting based off of the scoreline. So if you're seeing you're able to consistently keep running 2-point props, get the guaranteed points. If somebody's playing really good defense and you're not getting 10-point props in, you need to pivot away from that strategy. Because getting
no te deja.
At all is better.
Ya lo pongo yo.
In particular, if you waste a run on a dumpster, where the entire time you're going, and then you're stopping, and you're going, and then you're stopping. Eventually, even if you get all the way to the end, sometimes it's not enough, right? And then you've wasted that 35, 45 seconds, 3 rotations to get just there, whereas you could have grabbed the burger, grabbed the bucket, and ran the entire time, weaved around, trying to like catch a good area, as we saw with the statue, able to hide around the corner. So we'd love to see in the next match a little bit more, I don't want to say like determination going into it, but be a little bit more deliberate.
That's right, but let's go on and hear from some of the deliberate actions over with Zeke, down with our winners.
What's up, guys? I'm hanging out with the Llama Record Company. They took away the prop hunt 5-point lead. You guys locked it up at the very end. And Blood, I'm going to start with you. And one person I want to call out specifically is this man right here, Svenos. Very tall, tallest man on the planet. It feels like this guy is a very good pick for your team. And I want to know why him, and then also why you picked these other 2.
Yeah, I mean, I picked all those guys because this game mode is all about skill. You have,
voy a hacer una cosa, estoy cambiando el nombre de perfil porque no me dejaba.
You need good aim, you need decision making for sure. And
vale, ya está.
Svenos, I mean, he's like a Spano. He really likes Spano. That's kind of the best.
Vale, ya está. Ya está, José, ahora sí que te voy a dejar.
Okay, now Svenos, I'm going to put you on blast.
Tienes que entrar en mi Instagram, copiar el link y ponerlo.
I'd like to believe that your creativity is what allowed you to win. Let's think back to the time where you wore an entire green outfit and you danced and had a galaxy over yourself. Do you feel like that?
Ah, porque no está actualizado. Espérate.
I don't know what you're talking about, mate.
I think people at home that watched, you guys probably know exactly.
Ya sé por qué no te deja. Momento.
What do you think about that game? Was it what you expected? Was it different? Did you catch off guard? Were you ready to just jump into it?
It's enjoyable. Once you get the hang of it, it gets a lot easier. You've just got to work out who's good at aiming.
Ya sé por qué no te deja.
The tower,
Ya lo sé, chicos.
All right, final question. Do you think you have what it takes? Are you gonna? Is the Llama Record Company going to be the team? You think someone else is standing in your way, or is it all you guys?
Porque me cambia el nombre y ahora tengo que cambiar el link. Me he equivocado, perdonadme.
Gentlemen, thank you so much. Best of luck going forward. Back to you guys on the desk.
Thank you so much, Zeke. Another brilliant performance there coming out of the Llama Record Company. We talked about their versatility. We talked about how quickly they pick up competitive matches. But this is what happened in the first.
Ahora lo pongo, chicos. No sé, José. Está bugueado y tengo que poner el de esto. Ahora quito el link este de Isma Pro. Y pongo el nuevo nombre que me he puesto. Ya está. Ahora sí que puedes, José. Entra en el link y ya está.
Don't keep running that way, but like we said, this is the first time seeing the Junkyard Juke mode, and we talked about the prop hunt mode earlier, but you can play it.
Entonces cuando entres en el link, copias el link de arriba y lo pegas aquí, en el chat, ya está.
Let's check it out.
Loco. Hostia, tío.
Like we said, you can check that out live in client. It's an LTM that is available only for this weekend. And Monster, have you had a chance to play prop hunt?
No, no, así no se hace. Mira, un momento, no, no. Mira, te enseño cómo se hace. Tienes que entrar en el link que hay abajo. Entras, ¿vale? Copias el link de arriba y así, mira. Y lo pegas, ya está, así. Como he hecho ahora. Ya está, así.
The second time you have seen Junkyard Juke, and let's see who is able to push on. The match is about to start. Here we go. The creative finals at the Fortnite World Cup. Set 2, match 2 of Junkyard Juke.
That's right. So in the tower,
a ver quién gana ahora.
The Little Whip Warriors, Taco, Gaz, Taldoc. We're jumping straight into their POV. So notice Ninja firing right through those blinds. He saw something moving back there. He's trying to pinpoint. What was it? He does, of course, track him down. Turtle. Just a little pixel. You know, you stand out, you're going to get popped here.
He needs to make sure he's still watching his left-hand side, though, because there is a whole run on that corner right now.
Vale, lo que has puesto ahora ha sido mi canal de YouTube. No pasa nada, José, ya lo hago yo, no hay problema. Era para ver si lo sabías. Buenas a todos, chicos. Va ganando los osos, fiesta osos. Voy a llamar fiesta oso, ¿vale? Fiesta oso. Like por la World Cup, chicos. Like, va. XD.
For me, it depends if I can get a lead. If I have a lead, obviously I want to be a guard tower at the end because I'm very confident in my ability to just spam in the right direction because I know like I can find the sight line and all that. With that being said, if you can get in the guard tower early and do incredibly well, it gives you the bonus. You know how many points you need to get. You know how consistent and fast you can run. And right now we're seeing a lot more 5 points.
Lol. Van a ganar los fiesta. Los pollos. Polling. Todos que estoy llegando nuevos, chicos, acabad de suscribiros, ¿vale? Bueno, cuánta gente de golpe, ¿no? No sé hacerlo XD.
In those final moments, we saw the Chicken Champions take away and kind of break away. And now, look, no surprise, Chicken Champs, they're feeling it. They found their rhythm.
Like por la World Cup, chicos. Y suscripción por la World Cup también.
At the edge.
Right through the current. Taco was like, you know what? I'm gonna check the close area. Look at how Chappy's doing it as well. He's actually eliminated 9 props so far. So
bueno, las llamas, que superan a los pollos. Vale, van ganando los pescados, tío. Pescadillo, la pescadilla.
Right away, 20 seconds left, so players need to start running if they're going. Good shots coming out from Trappy to get it there and get the reload off. Saw the truck over on the side, is able to pick that one up.
Bienvenidos todos los nuevos, chicos.
Smaller props towards the side. Knew there was movement, just once fired up. Only 10 seconds left. They should be able to get the defense, but there goes a bucket. Look at it. Oh, the cactus. There goes, able to pick it up just at the last second. Good attempt from Kutu, and you can see the points already coming across. Players so far sticking to their game plan. 5 and 10 point props all the way.
That is the way to
2 likes para los 10, chicos.
Up and over to that victory there, but that was just the first round of 4 here. Round 2 is going to begin. What's going to happen now is, again, the guard tower is going to mix up. We're going to see new
Gonna mix up.
And then the other players.
Bueno, aquí estamos viendo la World Cup.
Yes, you get 1 round in the guard tower, 3 rounds of running as the
Lo estoy intentando. Está guapo el mapa, ¿eh? Ojalá se pudiera jugar, tío.
Not letting anything happen as the props march their way out of spawn.
This is fun right here. I love watching these trucks waddle about, really trying to find their way. And they see the
Acordaos, chicos, de los que no estéis suscritos, suscribíos, ¿vale? Y activad la campanita para no perderos ningún contenido de lo que viene próximamente, ¿vale? Y si no habéis dejado un like, dejadlo porque de verdad ayuda muchísimo y apoya este contenido. Ah, me duele la mano, tío.
As the archer is now doing everything he can, hits the bounce target twice and is able to convert as Magma gets another good run and sneaks in under the shots of Dracius.
That's right. This is just getting closer and closer as we have a 3-way tie now. The Fish Fam, Llama Record Company, the Cuddle Crew, all at the top here.
Pues no sé, José, tío. Solo tienes que entrar al link que hay abajo de Instagram, copiar el link que es ahí arriba, donde pone HTTPS y todo esto, y lo pegas, y ya está, es copiar, pegar. Copy and pegging. Qué buena. A ver si ganan los pescados, tío, que son la hostia. Es una de mis skins favoritas, pero no tengo pagos para comprarla.
Incredibly well and enjoying herself, and as you can see there, her team is able to get a couple of props in there. Gotaga and Clydex try to make the final little sprint. Hand of Blood gets another 10 points over, as does Taco with a 5-point statue there.
¿Qué le hizo un pez a otro?
On the side there.
Nada, porque no hablan.
No, I did not mean to call you trash. You just are a dumpster now, quite literally.
Quite literally, but
Joder, se está cabreando. Se está en plan de me voy a romper algo. Se pone en negro, what the fuck. Gotaga, Gotaga. Picando lentamente, porfa. A ver, te lo explico, José. Bajas abajo a la descripción, vas al link de donde pone Instagram, donde pone podéis seguirme en mi Instagram, ahí lo tocas, te lleva a mi Instagram y arriba copias el link que hay arriba hay un link donde sale lo de Google, lo copias y lo pegas en el chat, ya está. ¿Qué es eso? Lo copias.
You know, I haven't been to this section here where all the vehicles are.
This is the section I'm talking about, where you can grab a burger in a bucket, go out, and not expose yourself except for during one period. And as long as you either full run the time through, or you opt to sit still during that time, then you're good. You will score literally every single run. It's just you have to be a 2-point prop, and you have to go to that exit.
Oh, Danyan right there, unfortunately couldn't push through in those final moments there. And that was round 2 of 4. As we are looking to get into round 3 next. So we can earn some more points.
Han perdido, ¿eh? En esta ronda sí. ¿Alguien sabe cómo se activa un Nightbot? ¿Nightbot? O como se llame, me da igual.
And then you have the 4th through 10th all receiving 10. That prize is then decided who will receive the Silver Llama. The Funky Fighters currently have one, but who will be able to press with them?
Clyde tax, that vehicle is way too big, buddy. You can't just be trying to squeeze it behind that and not think someone's going to see the tail end of it. Here we have Benzor and Dracius close by one another. Benzor gets popped through the blinds there. And wait, so he's going to take a couple shots. He said, does his truck belong here? He did miss, though. Lucky for him, the bad aim and that moment right there is going to allow him to sneak that big 10-point. No! He gets taken out. right there. That's no points for him. 10 is huge in this
Loco.
too. It's very
No se da la opción de pegar. Control V, control V, control V. Si estás en móvil no te deja. Tienes que estar en ordenador.
That's going to be able to help your team, but you also need to set your feet there as Kororo didn't hit the crouch button. It was like, I see you wiggling a little bit there. Yoink.
There's Ninja, Ryan, Fronta, Chappie, many others still in the running here.
Oye, van ganando, venga, va. Ya me está enfadando XD.
Trying to see if he can get anyone trying to exit out. Zan sees one pop up in the air, and I think he might have clipped that person out.
Nobody was watching that side.
Oh.
Fish Fam needs to communicate better right now. Nobody was covering that other side, and we saw two teams able to get a decent run out. But right now, Llama Record Company still holding the lead.
El móvil iba a volar. XD.
Fish Fam are up on top.
Dios.
Are the guards, which means they're not scoring points.
He's so fast. Ryan Fronta is so fast here with this prop. Even moving it, he doesn't care. He's going all the way for it. He's got to watch for traps. See the fear? He's like, you know what? I'm not even going to risk it. I'm going to wait here and get the secure point.
Chicos, like por la World Cup. Va. Confío en vosotros. Y suscribiros también por la World Cup. Todo por la World Cup. Hasta iros al baño a cagar por la World Cup.
If you're only staring out in one direction, it's super easy to be like, no, that car was not there. I know it wasn't. If you're flipping back and forth across that corner piece, it just breaks up your field of view a little bit more, and it's that much harder to try and figure out what's actually going to hit.
That's right, and oh boy, is MSY
Chicos, like por la World Cup, suscribiros por la World Cup, campanita por la World Cup, compartir por la World Cup y compraros el Fortnite, aunque sea gratis, me da igual, por la World Cup.
That's another 10-pointer for the Llama Record. It was fully processed here, so now he's at 130. Can the Cuddle Crew hold the lead here, though? Can they secure it? All the Llama Record Company needs to not score right now, and they'll continue to kind of stay in the lead.
And you can see Scissors is hitting a ton of shots. They're trying to get the retribution as the guard, and now we're heading into our final round of match number 2. So we'll see who the guards are, see what the stakes are, and who will be able to take that number 1 spot. Again, first place.
Después de hacer directo con subs, puede ser por la noche, no sé. Bueno, no. Por la noche no, porque está mi madre. No me deja.
Up on defense. Let's check out that scoreboard in Cuddle Crew, Llama Record Co. First and second. Who will be able to overtake them? And they are so close to 5 points separating. It's a battle for first and second now.
Yes, Lackland and the rest of his team are trying their hardest. They have to stop people from scoring. The Chicken Champions get up. They can just easily snag this away, but for now they know the Llama Record Company cannot. They can't take them over.
Ooh, I thought he was going to shoot that car. He knew it wasn't. Nice. Finds the box right around the corner. Another one right after. Blind fire through the shade as Rubius is looking to post up there. Spanish YouTuber trying to trying to lead his team, and they've overtaken the Llama Record Co. with plenty of time and are tied with the Cuddle team. Any singular point now will put the Chicken Champions as our match 2 winner. They need one prop.
That's right, they're so close here. Magma trying to hop on over. Who's it going to be for the Chicken Champions? Who's going to be?
Do you think they get a 2-point prop? They have the scoreboard in front of them. They know they need only that. Do you think they run one in, or do you think they stay with what they're doing right now?
Honestly, I think they're just going to stay with what they're doing. It's working. Why break the formula here? They have over a minute to do so. And just like that, they are going to
that will be it. Yes, brilliantly done. They're overtaking them. And now the question is, can the Little Whip Warriors get enough in to catch them? It's a 25-point spread, but you can get that. You have 4 runners. You can get that in a single run if you're well coordinated enough. Will they be able to catch up, or can the Chicken Champions edge it out and be our match 2 victors?
That's right, because the Cuddle Crew is now bumped out. The Chicken Champions are holding it. Little Whip Warriors have scored, though. 1 minute left here. Uh-oh. Raven's Revenge coming up as well, as is the Fish Fam. This is actually getting closer than we would have thought. They're close to pushing out the Kodoku and the Llamas.
Yep, and Little Whip Ninja also getting the 5 points there. Will be able to overtake. Don't forget, you don't want to end up 4th to 8th. It's all about at least breaking in the top 4 to get a little bit of the differentiation there in the prizing. But the Chicken Champions are pulling ahead. They're keeping that 25-point difference so far between the Little Whip Warriors. Little Whip needs to find a coordinated run with 10-point props in these last 30 seconds, or they're not going to get it. Meanwhile, Bensor running that statue and trying to lock up everything he can for the lead, and he's being extremely patient with it. Taking a corner run, finding everything he needs to do. Little Whip does get a 5 and a 10, and they're still now only 20 points behind, but Bensor is going to be able to lock that one up from there. 5 points, 25, 15 seconds left. The Chicken Champions are sitting pretty.
Yes, that's right. If the Little Whip Warriors don't score big right now with all big props, it's going to be all over in 3 seconds. And it's not going to be enough here because the Chicken Champions, they actually pushed the lead even further.
Did you see what happened in the last second?
They did score.
No. Raven's Revenge grabbed the 2-point prop, hard ran all the way through, got it in, right? And then that pushed them from 4th into 3rd. When we talk about every little interaction mattering, that was it. But the Chicken Champions, one might be able to say that was excellent. They were able to tend to defend that title for the match 2 victory and putting them in a good spot to contend for the set 2 llama.
You can see the excitement there on their faces as they just realize, hey man, we got this. We're in the running here. The Junkyard Juke could be ours.
And you can see they're still talking gameplay right now. Like, they want to know, what can we do more? That play you did right there was awesome, but they want the next one because there's 3 matches for each one of the sets. And a win there would put them in a fantastic spot to get the 2nd Silver Llama. You need that in order to be in contention. And if they're able to split it up away and deny it from the Funky Fighters, it feels wide open.
Yes, it's not over yet. That's just another team who takes a victory here, making it that much closer of a running so far. And we saw the Ravens Revenge kind of sneak up too. You need as many points as possible. The bigger the placement, the better the prize as well for the round. So you can't just give up either. You got to push it all the way to the final.
And hey, hats off to whoever's call that was on Raven's Revenge. That was a brilliant decision, showing exactly why you were able to qualify for the Fortnite World Cup Creative Finals, why you're playing on that stage. Those are the big plays, but again, brilliantly done from the Chicken Champions. Consistent runs, stuck to their statues, stuck to their routes, and took the corners. And now we're actually going to have a chance to talk to our Chicken Champions, the Match 2 champions. Zeke has them up there on the top floor. Zeke, what do you got for us?
What's going on, guys? I'm hanging out with the Chicken Champions, guys. That game was insane. Feathers were flying, and you guys clutched it up. Did you figure out the strategy? Because you guys were well and ahead of everybody else.
Yeah, we practiced yesterday, and everything is thanks to this guy. This guy always goes for the 10 points, always, and he always gets it. So, thanks to you, man.
All right, then I'm coming to you, Mr. Carey. What was the strategy? How did you get the 10 points in there? Was it the same every time? Did you switch things up?
Yeah, go for the 10 points each time and do the same strategy, and it seems to work.
So in this intense game of red light, green light, were you like stopping early, or were you just like going as far as you could go and then waiting for someone to spot you and stopping, or what was your plan?
I'm taking it very patiently.
All right, now over to you guys. What do you guys think of this game mode? Has it been everything you thought it's been?
Yeah, it's great. We had a game plan. We definitely did what we came to do, and that's what we expected. So.
Very well executed. You did not lay an egg. All right, final question for you. I want to give you the chance to tell the world, you know, all the fans something. What do you want to tell them?
Thanks for the support from Spain, for the other world, and my team is it's good in this mode, and will we win the next match?
There you go. The excitement is real. Gentlemen, congratulations. Best of luck going forward. We're sending you back your way.
Brilliantly done there from the Chicken Champions. Thank you so much, Zeke. They're excited to be there. They stuck to the gameplay. And shout out to Bensor. The one thing he was looking forward to on this trip, he wanted to play in front of a big crowd. He got that moment, running through, securing that for the Chicken Champions. And immediately El Rubius turned to him and was like, it's all him, man. He put the team on his back or put the team in his dumpster. I don't know, that normally that wouldn't be a good thing, but in this circumstance, hey, it worked out for him.
Yeah, another prop to Kyoto as well. The only, or one of 2 controller players here, you know, in the creative finals, so very nice of him to kind of represent for those guys as well. And again, just showing that he's got the moves out there.
He had the moves, was able to find the right angles, and now we've seen some developments from match 1 to match 2. What was the big thing that stuck out from you that was different?
In that last one, honestly, finally seeing someone pick up those 2-point procs, right? Using those are points right there. But with that, we'll jump over to Bala and take a fun look at some of the things that developed in our last few moments.
Thank you so much, guys. Yes, the Junkyard Juke is developing nicely. Everybody's starting to figure out what all the different tools and props they have available to them. So with that, we're going to hop into some of the tips and tricks that I've seen from the Junkyard Juke so far. You can roll the clip right now as all these players. The first thing I want to point out is there are these springboards. Unfortunately, Danyan gets picked out of the sky there. Not too happy about that. But moving on to Tomoya using the statue. This is one of the interesting scores I saw with the statue. Those higher point objects being useful. Scissors here with the springboard. The recovery and just barely doesn't get into the incinerator at the last second. And then here we have Tomoya. No, sorry. We have, again, just an awesome run towards there. Looking like a scene out of everybody, crossing the street at the same time. Here's Dracius hitting some amazing shots through the black. And then he just continues shooting, just hoping that he can get a shot. This is the other team, the Cuddle Crew, doing the same thing, but then also synchronizing, making sure they have coverage on all angles. Finally, Tomoya made some amazing calls. We'll listen to them in a second. It perfectly so that he can get in and make sure that his teammates also go at the same time and make it into that incinerator. So we're gonna head and listen to what those communications were like from Tomoya and team. In this one, they made sure the countdown was perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. I scored 10. I scored 10. We are both. We are both. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stop. Oh, they kill me. If they don't kill me, I score 10. Don't 1, 2, 3, okay, I got 5. 4. I got 10. No, he killed me. Oh. We are strong team. Yeah, I scored 0 in the second round. That's the problem.
I scored 0 in the first one, so. Like, we are all close points.
There you go. The Funky Fighters, they won the first Silver Llama. We're going to see if they can win the next one. We've got one more match here on Junkyard Juke to go. And we'll see who will come out on top with the Silver Llama from this. Guys, back to you.
Thank you so much, Bala, for that great breakdown. Listening to the comms, that's one thing I hadn't considered. I always just kind of like, yeah, it's going to come up now. But these guys all on comms talking, have one guy counted out. That guy's just like a metronome. Make sure he has it on the dot every single time. Brilliantly done from them. But will they be able to take back that top spot? We've seen them do it. If they can grab that Silver Llama, they'll be in such a good spot. But right now, they aren't seeing the same success they saw before.
Yeah, you want to get the Silver Llama, but to get there, you got to make a new strategy. I think that right there, there was a lot of information in that bit right there. You kind of noticed the team synergy, and he said something very important in his interview there. Talked about being patient. You really have to be patient. You can't let the frustration get to you. You saw Scissors very expressive on the cam. It's hard to get the pointer, and that's what I talked about before this whole thing started. I said, trust me, this is a lot harder than you guys think. You might just, oh yeah, I'll turn it to something and run it through. Nah, man, you're gonna get shut down.
But I mean, it's just like, if you think about it, it's the mental aspect that really comes with it. If you're able to frustrate somebody else, then they're that much more off their game. And these guys are all great at that, coming through from some of the Death Run qualifiers. It makes it that much harder. But thank you guys so much for joining us here. And again, don't forget, there is a fantastic, awesome event-specific merch starting here right now, today on the 26th. You can also get it on retailrow.com. Make sure you celebrate the event. Remember it, grab some from your friends, your brothers, your family, people who couldn't be here, and celebrate the first ever Fortnite World Cup.
Yeah, you saw some of your favorite pros and competitors here rocking that new swag. Definitely loving it. All types of collaborations going on here. I love it when Fortnite releases new gear, This kind of allows me to always spice it up.
I'm always a fan of anything Fortnite swag. That's pretty much like 98% of my wardrobe at this point. I mean, love the logos, love the bright colors, but enough from us. Match 3, set number 2, the final one on the original version of Junkyard Juke before we see the remix later on. Are you guys ready?
That's right.
And let's begin. The first round is underway. Match number 3, set number 2. Who will be able to incinerate the props the most? Who will push out to the lead? And can anybody upset the funky fighters who took that first llama? You need to make sure they don't get this one here. And basically, everyone's first place.
Yep, and you can see there, Taldak did land a shot straight through the curtain. Very nicely done. And another kind of lane, right? You want to look at your lane, see which lane is available to you that's easy to maneuver the objects you want to bring through. Clytex, for example, here is using a bear. There are no bears in this section, but he says, you know what? It's all good. I can sneak this around.
So the big thing with the bear, though, that you don't really consider is the coloring of the background. You're in the junkyard. You're a little bit in one of those desert biome situations. There's a lot of kind of muddled browns and oranges around there. It makes it that much harder to stick out. However, if you if you're grabbing the snowman, you're just really flexing on everyone. It's like, yeah, I'm a snowman. I'm a snowman in the desert, and I'm going to score on you.
That's pretty hilarious because, you know, we haven't seen anyone pull out the weird objects in the back end for good reason. There are a couple other fun ones back there. If we get a pan around later, you'll probably notice a big old snowman or something like that. But with all this money on the line, there's no way anyone has time to play around like that.
You can't play around because every single one of those runs matters. And right now, we see Sunshine Soldiers swapping over. They've already put in 2 2-point props, so you need to be slightly more efficient on those runs, but good job getting on the board consistently. And as we say that, 5-pointer goes in, boom, they're ahead of the Funky Fresh, who have had a singular 10-point run. So trying to get every possible point. It's all about min-maxing efficiency.
Honestly, the Little Warriors are doing a great job at defending here. They all have a ton of eliminations. Taldak at 6, Taco at 5, Kaz and Ninja both tied at 7. That is pretty good. They're shutting down all of their lanes. These guys are not here to play. Remember, as you're a guard, you don't accumulate any points, so it's good. They're knocking this out the way, and they're doing a great job defending.
Keeping them out, making sure you find the right lane angles, and also sometimes just putting shots out in the right spot. You just need to be able to consistently deny as much as possible. And Taldog, that was sick!
I was like, are you behind that? Yeah, what's that? Didn't see that there before, didn't see that either. Taldog doing a good job so far, spotting things through the curtain. Let's see if he can find another here with a random shot. Oh, something landed. That's why you don't want to hit those spring traps there.
They make it so difficult when you're a larger object coming back down because it's just so much motion on the screen. When everything else is still, if you see that thing falling through, like, it's an easy shot. And particularly for all of these players up there. I mean, Gotaga and Crew, everyone on Raven's Revenge, him, Magma, RTA, and Chappie, all have been able to hit their shots. And then, I mean, Little Whip Warriors is a team of hit your shots.
That's right, and there it is. Last opportunities to make a point have just concluded, and that was the first round. There are 4 of these, so we're going to switch up the guards now. Little Whip Warriors get a chance at, you know, trying to earn some points, and as do the others. The next round will begin.
That dragon's so cool. That's so cool. Look at that. Yo,
almost looks real.
Yo, shout out to the observers. That shot right there, that's really cool. Big fan of it going out. And as you can see now, round 2 is underway. This is the final match on Junkyard Juke of set 2. And right off the bat, 2 archery targets and a water heater marching on out.
Yep, that archery target is worth 10 points, though. So if you can bring that all the way through, it's one of the, I guess, smaller, large point objects. Magma doesn't even care. He's impatient. He saw the blinds open up. He just kept going. Savenoff did pump the brakes, though. Even right here, notice, stops very early. He's just trying to blend in and get as many points as possible right here.
Ooh. Did get picked up. It might have been the book there. That's the one thing that you need to note that makes it very difficult about the bullseye or the archery target is the fact that because it has those placed legs, you have to be deliberate about where you're setting down. Otherwise, you're right, like, boom, right there. That book would be a giveaway if somebody decided to look down and double check that box. But there's 6 other boxes around, so relatively safe. Good path chosen there from Tyler, and opts to stop and being, you know, a little bit of patient, and might have cost him there. I think he would have had it if he had just go full send, and I think he thinks so too.
Yo, it makes me laugh to see him scratch his head, this jaw drops like, oh, being so close and not making it through is so unfortunate. Taldak is going to find a little bit of success there as the Suezo, and you saw Alex J for a bit is very close to scoring as well. Here's Zan from the Fish Fam representing, hugging really close to that cactus. So long as he's not pushing through it, yeah, he is going to be able to sneak on out. He kind of hiccups there. He's going to go all the way. He doesn't care if the curtain comes down. He sneaks right underneath Tamoya. and his team up top, Funky Fighters, are at 35 points now in the guard tower. They can't earn anymore.
And that was a great run there by Zandy. Now you can see Svenos waiting for the blinds to go down, making sure he can find an angle, and then pushing in towards. Needs to be careful of that spring right there, but doesn't matter. Gets picked up anyway as he's like, hey, there wasn't a card there before. Alex JJ now looking to find a run. You can see Fish Fam and Llama Record Code currently hanging out at the top, but again, haven't had the chance to be up there, so can be expected. Alex JJ now 2 targets, both running out. Good stops at the same time, but particularly if you have 2 people taking the same path as the same item, it kind of has a little bit more of a benefit because you're like, yeah, those were both there behind. There's no way those are both props.
That's what I was going to say. I was like, you know what? Honestly, if you see a bunch of the same things, they blend in a little more. It's when something's an oddball that you really start to shoot. So maybe it is a good idea to time it, right?
But there's split spawns, so you don't always consistently. There's different spawn points around the map that have the different exits as you go out, so you can coordinate with a teammate. Or what you can also do is sort of bait somebody else to do it, right? So you see somebody who's running an archery target, and you're like, okay, I'm just going to grab that too, and then you follow their path. And if they get picked up, oh, well, you look slightly more natural, particularly if you're that much more patient. And you can see Svenos is actually doing that right now with Carnifex, both of them going into the box. Svenos does hit the spring, is hanging out behind the car, and will get the score. That was a great run from him.
Yeah, he actually recognized where he was not looking down in the right direction, so he took advantage of that. Funky Fighter let his guard down for just a second there. He did manage to sneak on through, so that was the big point there in the final seconds as this round is now coming to a close there. Next round is going to begin. We're going to switch up the guards. Take another look.
And no dancing, just props and shots going out from the guards. Round 3 kicking off in the final match of set 2 at the Creative Finals. Who will be able to take that second silver llama? And right now, you see Bensor is going in for the 10-point prop right away. Kutu does get the Mimic, but then opts to go for a different route as players are starting to feel a little bit of the pressure here. You can tell they need to score points. It's the first time we're starting to see some gnomes out there and another teddy bear on the run.
That's right, Kantaka representing here. He's putting himself straight behind every object that he can. I love that they're using the smaller objects. It's so much easier to score with those. When you bring those big ones out, it really is hard. He actually put himself inside the truck. You see that? He's following Kuta so close here. Just got to use him as bait, really. As you get behind him, he's safe.
Yep, because they don't think they're going to fire twice in there. That's the benefit of it. But right away, you see Kaz, Taco, Chappie. Great little run there from the Little Whip Warriors. That's going to push them back into contention. There's 65 points currently, but a dumpster going in from Hand of Blood. There's another 10 points for Llama Record Co, pushing them up to 90. And they were the winners of that first match. So if they can hold on, they know they'll be the guards in the final round. They need to build up as much of a lead as possible here.
Carraro actually has 15 eliminations, so he had a super successful guard round, but the Chicken Champions need to get picked up here. They need these points. And there it is. He's doing a lot of work for his team, showing that, hey, I can push this up here too. Just going to go ahead and take that 5-pointer, throw him right over the Fish Fam now, and they're in the top 3 running.
That was a great run from him. Corner peeked the entire time, made sure nobody was looking for him. Like, he was barely threatened, but right now, Bensor coming through. The Chicken Champions, can they overtake in the last minute? That's 10 more points. That is going to go through for them, and starts pushing up. Llama Record Co needs to get in some runs. The Chicken Champions will not be on the defense with them for the last one, so they're pushing it through. Right now, it is the Sunshine Soldiers and the Fish Fam up there, so they're doing their best to delay everyone. X-Sandy gets picked off by Tyler, and now Carnifex is chilling in the back on that rusted out car. Hand of Blood just barely avoids the shot. Oh, saw the hitbox going through there. The Tracers finding a way through the window, but not enough as Tracius gets in. 2 more 10-point props also going over, and we're seeing, I think, a little bit closer of a score here, minus the fact that the Chicken Champions haven't shot yet.
Yeah, this is pretty rough. Neither have the Llama Company. The Llamas have not shot, went into the guard tower at all. You can tell because when we go to their POVs, they don't have any Olymps, so they have not taken a run yet.
Yes, excuse me, I misspoke there, meaning the Chicken Champions had already shot.
Oh,
the fact that they're already
yeah,
up
so
in the
they're
second.
doing great.
Llama needs to press on it. The only team who really has a definitive lead right now is the Chicken Champions. Effectively, they're up 30 points on the rest of the field because Cuddle Team and Llama Record Co both have to shoot next round.
Oh boy, so if they can't secure a big lead here in the last couple of seconds, if something can't get processed, oh, the poor burger at the very end.
Burger did not get processed. We like it, never frozen there. Brilliantly done. Doesn't find it. Great work from coming out, and Carnifex doing a great job. Round 4 will begin. It's going to be the last match, and we're going to see what the line is going to be. Who is up in the tower? Who will be able to defend? And can they hold them off? Again, it's Llama Record Co. and the Cuddle Crew up there.
Go Taga.
It's already up there. And you can see the Chicken Champions were able to connect, so it's all about can Little Whip and them catch up. They need a fantastic run, and they have to do everything to deny him, and you can see right away already tunneling in on those 10-point props.
Yeah, the Cuddle Crew cannot earn points. The Chicken Champions already have the lead. They just kind of continue to press on here. Llama Records are up at their run, but it still matters. There's so much on the line for depending on each game, right? Each game is worth so much. You still want to hold your placement regardless of what. This is still a fantastic game for all the teams in the top 3 right now.
And I mean, we saw the Ravens come up huge in their last match, pushing all the way from 7th into 3rd because of clutch last-minute decision-making. Right now, Little Whips are trying to do everything they can to catch up with the Chicken Champions and not deny them. Ninja still sticking with the water heater runs, trying to get as many of those in, but the Chicken Champions are still stretching out their lead. They have a 25-point lead, which means the Little Whip Warriors have to either start fast running with the 5-point props or switch to 10-point props. They cannot catch them doing a patient 5-point strategy right now. They won't have enough time with how good the Chicken Champions have been. They have been the prop masters so far.
Yes, they have. They were doing so good, and oh no, Ninja hits a huge spike there. He's trying to dodge, and he's so close to making it through. It's very, very close. Here comes a 10-pointer from Taldoc, sneaks it right in. That's great for the Little Whip Warriors. That's actually going to throw them over the Llama Record Company right there. Cuddle Crew actually is somehow up. Look, the Little Whip Warriors actually went to 2nd place now. They're so close to overthrowing the Chicken Champions as well.
It's going to come down to the last final moments. Can the Little Whip Warriors get the runs they need to? You can see Kaz is taking the corner route, trying to find whatever he can, and it's doing it very well so far. Avoiding the jump pads there. Pretty sure Ninja called those ones out on the run since he hit them on the last time. You can see they're only 20 points down. They're all on 5-point props right now. They will be able to do it, but all of a sudden, Fish Fam is right there as well. They're only 25 points out. Here comes a rotation of prop. 5 points will be coming across for the Little Whips. Fish Fam also getting it, but Cuddle Crew does finally get pushed up there. Brilliantly done. 15 points now separates them, but Ryan gets one in for the Tender Defenders, pushing it back up to 25 with only 30 seconds remaining. Rubius knows if he can get this water heater in, if he can be safe. Oh, apologies, hidden so well. He was the statue going on there, and as you can see, hits the jump pad, stays on the corner, will get it in. That's going to push them 30 points clear. But as I say that, Fish Fam catches right back up. 19 seconds left, Monster, in the final match of set 2 on Junkyard Juke. Can the last minute scores come through? 25 points. They need a run of 10s. Kaz got in. The box is coming just behind. Fish Fam gets picked up. The Chicken Champions have done enough to round out the final match. Brilliantly done in match 2. Repeat in match 3. They are the Chicken Champions. Excellently done, and they defended their crown.
That's right, and you have to give props to everyone else that managed to kind of hold a top 3 lead, especially right there in those final moments. Little Whip Warriors, the Fish Fans really coming up at the end there, you know, bumping up their prize earnings, because every round, everyone's a winner, but you can earn just a little bit. You can win a little bit more.
Yeah, it was just brilliantly done there. And these are actually the creators who helped with this. Brilliantly done from them. Some fantastic gentlemen. Thank you guys all so much for your help in making this mode come to life. Some fine gentlemen up there, the creative builders, were at that game jam out there, spent hours and hours, and it really blows my mind to see what they're able to do in this creative mode. Because, like, I'll go in, I'll play some stuff, yeah, I think I'm pretty good, and they're like, oh yeah, after 20 minutes, I have this full game mode, here's how the scoring works, here's the barriers. I'm like,
and that's the magic of creative, right? These unlimited possibilities, really, when it comes down to coming up with these game modes. We've seen tons of fun ones, obviously developed not only for, you know, the creative kind of fun side of the community, but the comp side as well, right? There's plenty of great game modes out there.
Yeah, shout out to all the guys out there playing Storm Wars. We know you guys enjoy it, but that was a fantastic way to close out set number 2. And a brilliant, honestly, I enjoyed Junkyard Juke. It was fun to see kind of the definitive playstyles come out. Patience ended up being key, but players started finding the diagonal runs, knowing that, like, hey, I'm going to stick with the statue because this is my comfort, or like, I know on this run I can be blocked by this tree and this dumpster and I only show myself once. But again, brilliant from the Fish Fam and Little Whip Warriors to push up and pass those guys in the last moments, pushing them into the top 4 and earning just a little bit more of that prize money.
That's right, because they want it all here at the Fortnite Creative Finals, and it's going down. So, you know, you love to see it. We've seen a series of, you know, I guess different people succeeding, right? And all of these, the Chicken Champions really kind of came out.
Well, that's what, again, I love about all of this and about creative. There's so many different skills that Fortnite isn't all about one individual thing. You see these guys and what they're doing is incredibly well. Able to execute the game plan, talk with their teammates, come up with something new, and the Chicken Champions elevated. They were clearly better than the rest at Junkyard Juke, but the question is, will that continue when we get into the Golden Games? Right now, we're going to get a chance to speak with the Chicken Champions, who's up top with Pooks. Pooks, what do you got for us?
Thank you so much, Sundown. I am down here with the Chicken Champions, who surprisingly didn't fly the coop. They put on an absolute clinic today in the creative trials. I'm here with Rubius. Now, you guys won the last game as well, so 2 in a row. You guys had a pretty great strategy. Do you want to kind of talk me through that a little bit?
Oh, what can I say? It's the power of Norway, the power of Spain, and the power of Detroit. Like, we're crushing it. And we're a chicken, so we're good at hiding. Like, we're not good at shooting and stuff, but at hiding, we're the best. The best strategy, I think, is, well, let him take the big stuff, and we are like the supports. Like, we take the small stuff, the 5 points and stuff like that, and the trick is, don't tell them, anybody, but the trick is to go in the corners. Like, no one is watching the corners. It's insane.
So no one is watching the corners. I hope all of your competitors did not hear you just say that. Now, he said that you were in charge of taking the big items. Does that put a little bit more pressure on you?
No, it's good. It works good, so.
So you guys have a ton of confidence now. You have won 2 games in a row. I'm so excited to see how you all perform in the rest of the day. Going into these next games, do you have anything you're going to change, or are you going to keep things the same?
We're just going to keep things the same, stay consistent, keep a level ahead, play slow. That's really it. So.
And finally, just for you there on the end, I just want to talk a little bit about, you touched on the diversity of this group. Yeah. Now, I know you guys have really not played together much before. What has that been like, coming together, playing here with your teammates from all over the world?
It's amazing. I share these moments with my team, and the next mode, it's amazing. And bueno, this parkour, I think my team is very good in parkour, and I win. We win.
You guys are so confident. I love it. Hopefully that carries on into your next games. Congratulations again, guys. Thank you so much. Sundown, back to you.
Can I send some love to Twitch chat?
Oh,
Let's go.
Twitch chat. Twitch chat. There we go. No.
It's everywhere, man. Thanks for the plug out there, El Rubius. Fantastically well done. Love to everyone all over, no matter where you're watching, whether it's Fortnite.com/watch, on Twitch, on YouTube, in client, you're loading up all that stuff. Thank you guys so much for all of this and being here. Set 2 is done. It's wrapped up. But, I mean, we saw a big shift in the gameplay. We saw a lot of different changes going on, and it's going to be interesting to see what ends up converting into the Golden Games when we see a little bit of a remix on it. Not going to spoil any surprises. I know, it's fine. But I'm just curious to see who is able to then take their gameplay and enact it when you get to think on it. Because you get to then process and be like, okay, we were this close. We were right there. If we had maybe like a little bit more aggressive, or like maybe if we were a little bit better on defending, or maybe one person picked a different lane, the result could have been different. And these guys have been so good at adapting to the circumstances that I have no doubt that the Chicken Champions aren't just going to comfortably sit on top.
Yeah, not only that, they gave away some strategies, so we'll see if Bala outside can, kind of break that down and see if he can give us a little more insight on everything.
Thank you so much, guys. The action is heating up. It's also heating up outside. Trying to cool off a little bit here at the Fan Festival, but awesome games of Junkyard Juke, and Chicken Champion seems to be racing away with this one. We're going to take a look at some of the moments from that last game and how they won. So here, first off, just having a good time in the front, and also maybe flexing a little bit their trophy that they may have just secured in terms of a llama. We'll find out that later. But their strategy the entire time, they said it before in the last game, they're just trying to go for the high points. They're just trying to score these, at least getting not those 2 points that Monster was advocating for, but go for the statues, go for the boilers. all those things that net you tons of points, and that's how they came out to a lead. Here it is again, them just cheering on. We have the reactions from the Chicken Champions on their win as well. Nice trophy lifts. Maybe they'll be doing that later on here. The statue using that to get above the opponent's vision, their field of view, so that they can't see, they can't hit their shots, and the reactions of the win. Just bliss as they win their second game there on Junkyard Juke. Absolutely amazing stuff, guys. I can't wait to see who's going to earn that and who's going to continue on towards their path to the Creative World Cup champions.
Thank you so much, Bala, for that in-depth analysis. Now, I know you guys want to see the standings. We want to see them as well. Unfortunately, there was a slight little hiccup. We want to make sure everything is right because this is a huge moment for all of these guys up on that stage. So while we sort that out, we're going to go to a quick break. And when we come back, we will have the standings after set 2 and then move into set 3, which is the world premiere, never before seen world run. So if you need to go do anything, go do it now. Take your bio breaks, take care of everything you need, and then we will be right back.
Hey, my name's Magma, and today I'm in New York because I qualified for week 4 of the creative trials for Godiga's map. I'm really looking forward to showing my skill set off and meeting all the players and showing everyone what I can do here. When it was first announced that there was going to be creative trials, I was really looking forward to it because it was all I did pretty much 24/7. I looked at it as an opportunity. I find after playing Battle Royale, when creative first came out and Scissors released his first death run, I just instantly sort of, took a liking to it and I enjoyed playing it. And I guess from there afterwards, when I found there was money involved with doing death runs and stuff, that sort of caught me and caught my attention and I started playing more. So with my team, my captain is Godiga. He's a French content creator and my teammates are Chaps and Ardia. I think we can do really well at the Creative World Cup. I think our team has a good combination of the death run skills, but also the shooting and building and the good chemistry we have in the team. I think it can really make our team do well. Magma and my team, Raven's Revenge, is going to do really good in the World Cup and we're going to smash the rest of the competition because we have the Battle Royale skills, building, death run, we have it all.
I am here in the production pit. I am in engineering row right now. I am joined by my friend Peyton, and he does the robotics. Let's talk a little bit about that. What do you do specifically here?
We have a bunch of robotic cameras around the arena that we shoot different angles from, and we're able to pick up shots of the players that are playing the game. We also do a lot of crowd shots, so we're able to shoot the audience and get some really great reacts for both the stream and for the front of house feeds that go up on the screens.
You guys heard it. If you're out in the crowd this weekend here live for the Fortnite World Cup, show us some energy because Peyton is going to be looking for your reactions and you could end up on stream.
Do you want to play with it, see how it goes?
Of course I do. That's not even a question. I'm so into this right now. This is amazing.
I'm Scarlett. I've come from Japan. I'm happy and excited to be playing with so many players that I've seen on the internet. My favorite place to drop is Fatal Fields. If I win the Fortnite World Cup, first I want to buy a house, and then I'm going to eat a lot of food.
It's so heavy. World Cup Ponsen.
I'm definitely going to win the Fortnite World Cup, so keep cheering for me.
Hi, I'm Fortnite and I'm here to compete in the Creative World Cup. I competed in most of the trials and was really excited when they announced the bonus weeks after the original 5 were over. And I competed in the Jadith 100 level map and I had to speed run 100 levels as quickly as I could. I really enjoy like all the different styles of maps and death runs that there are, and I really enjoy speedrunning them and trying to get as good as time as I can. The moment I found out that I qualified, it was just insane, and I wasn't sure if I was going to before that, and it was just crazy that I am here. And Fortnite and the Sunshine Soldiers are going to win because we have 2 captains, so we're twice as good.
What is going on? We're getting some good practice here for the Fortnite World Cup Creative Finals happening very, very soon. A lot of first thoughts, first looks at the Sky Station Showdown, which is an incredible map.
It was a great map. I mean, it mixes a huge new element into the game. You know, you got to protect the person with a sword, capture the objective, but my team, great teamwork, and, you know, we kind of pulled through at the end there. It was awesome.
1,000%. You know, so being able to kind of get your hands on the map, you know, before, obviously, the big moment.
Practicing, it's nice.
It's huge. It's huge. And so, like you said a second ago, this is a brand new way of viewing Fortnite and playing Fortnite, which is incredible.
Exactly. It's super exciting. See what people come up with, and then also turning it into a competitive aspect and put it in the game and make this tournament, so...
It's amazing. So any general kind of thoughts, concerns maybe about strategy? I don't know.
You know, I think we won, so we know the strategy.
All right, listen, this is practice still. We've got the big moment coming up very soon, but do you want to shout out your team real quick?
Yeah, no, we've got some speedrunners in our midst, actually. We've got Tyler, we've got Zand, and Suzu. They are all speedrunners of death runs. And as you know, later in the Creative Cup, there's going to be a death run involved level, so we're going to take that one home, too.
Inspired by the creative man, Scissors himself has made many a streamer, many a content creator very angry with a death run, myself included. Great job with the practice round. We'll see you very soon.
I'm excited. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Fortnite World Cup Finals. We are here in day number 1 where the creative finals are going down. The stadium is jam-packed with fans from around the world who have traveled here not only to watch us crown World Cup Creative Finals champions, but also solo and duo champions as well. I'm Zeke, this guy right here is Bala, and we're getting ready to hop back into all of the action. Now, I think, you know, we've seen a little bit of the first 2 game modes. You know, we got to see a little bit of the Sky Station Showdown. We got to see... There's actually something that Sundown teased, and that is the World Run.
Yep. The World Run coming up next. It is an awesome, you know, it's something that I think a lot of these players are used to.
Yeah.
And I think they'll be very, very comfortable here. We'll have to see whether the challenge of the obstacle course will be, you know, anything that these guys can balk at, or if they're going to be able to just cruise through it. We'll see. It's going to be fun, though.
Well, it's going to be really interesting, right? A lot of these players are very familiar with death runs, and it's very, like, mechanical, right?
Yep.
If you know how to execute, you can get through these obstacles, but you have to kind of get your eyes on them first, figure out how they work, and then make it through. So I think it's going to be very interesting, very fun for everyone here, and all the players as well. I'm hoping to see someone make it to the end. I don't know that anyone will, though. We'll see.
30 coins, and from what we've seen in practice between us and other people, it's very difficult, so we'll see. We'll hop into the overview and stuff like that later, but just to give like some examples of the things that there are, there's, you know, the trap, trying to trigger them, making sure you move. Impulse grenades are in play in this. There's some lava, all sorts of treacherous things you have to get across in this world run.
A lot of Neo jumps as well. And again, massive shout out to the 17 content creators that help put these maps together. Mad props to you. You know, their hard work is being shown here on the stage. And these guys are at home, here, of course, playing it as well. In case, you know, you guys forgot, I'm Zeke. This guy right here is Bala. We're getting ready to jump into these next few matches. We'll get you guys up to speed with all the format and all those things. You kind of tease it, but we'll get there in just a moment. And very quickly, the Chicken Champions were actually the winners for set number 2, Junkyard Juke. Let's take a look at them right now. They were overall victorious of that last set, and there you go.